Hello boys and girls, this is Christian from the arcade, or arcane as it's called in Danish. I would like to play a bit of Diablo. It's a game played as or when I was a small child, or a young man, a young boy, a teenager, I don't know. I played it a lot. I really loved it back in the day, both playing it single player, then multiplayer with friends, going down dungeons and beating up monsters and getting gear and equipment and loot. That was nice loop. But it's a long time since I played it last. I played a bunch of Diablo 2, some Diablo 3, but it's been a long time since I returned to the original, so I'd really like to try and return to it, get back to the root of evil, or the source of evil, or whatever. It's the original with the big bad Diabolos. So let's just jump into the campaign. I'm not really a speedrunner at all, and as I said, I haven't played it in a long time, so it's just gonna be very casual. Okay, so these menus seem to be a bit busted. I'm playing it on Windows 10, so it's a bit hard to get to work, but I managed it, getting some weird ass patches downloaded from the internet. So we just tested it out with Carlo. I think we won't need your service anymore, Carlo. And you can see the menu here is pretty busted up. It looks beautiful. Oh, Carlo. These are your old stats. So beautiful. So usually, back in the day, I usually ran as a warrior. He's very much middle of the road character. The rogue is somewhat strong early on, but ends up being quite bad. And then there's a sorcerer starts out pretty weak, but turns out the strongest in the end. So let's just call him Folly. Oh, that good old music. Tristram music. We're back in Tristram. So I've actually also installed the expansion Hellfire. It was an official expansion, but it wasn't made by Blizzard back in the day. But I'm not playing it right now. It has at least one giant advantage compared to the original game, and that's that you run in the town.
Can't a fellow drink in peace?
And this is Farnham, the local drunk. Farnham the drunk. Let's hear what he has to say.
You, and I ain't. But if I was, I'd sell all that stuff you got and get out of here. That boy out there, he's always got something good, but you gotta give him some gold, or he won't even show you what it's got.
So each time you enter the town, they have a certain random gossip to tell you, which is nice. So if I listen again, it's just the same. I really just love the intro here. If I was you, and I ain't. Like, it had to be stated that he wasn't actually me. That was I don't know, very nice.
Hello, my friend.
This is Kane, right? He's a staple of the series.
Adria is an anomaly here in Tristram. She arrived shortly after the cathedral was desecrated, while most everyone else was fleeing. She had a small hut constructed at the edge of town, seemingly overnight, and has access to many strange and arcane artifacts and tomes of knowledge that even I have never seen before.
Then the beginning here actually has, you can identify items at his place. He will identify them for you, but I'm pretty sure he charges 100 gold for it. The cheapskate.
What ails you, my friend?
Dr. Pepin.
Even my skills have been unable to fully heal Farnham. Oh, I have been able to mend his body, but his mind and spirit are beyond anything I can do.
So Farnham, he mentions here, is actually the local drunk we spoke to a short while ago. He has entered the cathedral where the evil lurks in the catacombs, and they were ambushed.
Thank
And
goodness you returned.
Yeah.
Much has changed since you lived here, my friend. All was peaceful until the Dark Riders came and destroyed our village. Many were cut down where they stood, and those who took up arms were slain or
Moin,
dragged
Kidde.
away to become slaves.
Hey,
Or
Lutz.
worse. The church at the edge of town has been desecrated.
Just playing
and is
some
being
good old
used for
Diablo.
dark rituals. The screams that echo in the night are inhuman, but some of our townsfolk may yet survive. Follow the path that lies between my tavern and the blacksmith shop to find the church and save who you can. Perhaps I can tell you more if we speak again. Good luck.
Perhaps I can tell you more if we speak again.
Well,
Griswold.
what can I do for you?
Oh, Griswold. It is actually Griswold. Isn't that also the name of the family in National Lampoon or something?
The axe? Aye, that's a good weapon. Balanced against any foe. Look how it cleaves the air. And then, imagine a nice fat demon head in its path. Keep in mind, however, that it is slow to swing. But talk about dealing a heavy blow.
A heavy blow. So we've spoken to most of the village here. Let's just talk to this woman. I think it's Wirt's mom.
Good day. How may I serve you? Kane has been the storyteller of Tristram for as long as I can remember. He knows so much and can tell you just about anything. About almost everything.
He knows a lot of gossip. Staff of charged bolts. Oh, damn it. Okay. So I just fired the game just before I started the stream, just to test out if it worked now. It does, obviously. But in that run I started out, and I might have started up with the Hellfire expansion.
The sanctity of this place has been fouled.
But in that run I started up with a staff that would give me mana, which was quite nice. Because when you're a spell slinger, like our wizard, we're obviously gonna need a lot of mana. So a lot of people actually played a lot of Diablo 2 and really enjoyed it, and I think it's a good game, but I think it's missing some of the atmosphere that was in the first one.
Not enough mana.
But the first one has a lot of other different problems that the second one kind of got over. So these guys run away every time there's a guy killed near them, they run away, which is... well, it helps out, so they won't swarm you, but it's quite annoying when you're trying to kill them. They run for their life. Just stay and fight. Like a good soldier. Might actually be able to take them in close quarter. Ouch, okay. So a very important feature of the combat system in Diablo 1 is the ability to stun your enemy. Whenever you hit them, they get stunned. So when you're a warrior, you don't actually use weapons that are heavy hitting. You use the weapons that, well, obviously it also helps that they make a lot of damage, but use the one that attacks the fastest. So you're always gonna go with a sword of some kind. And I think that's a pretty big fault of the fighting system in the first one. But it was the first game of its kind, right? So have to give it some slack. I think I should be a bit more conservative with firing these fireballs. Time cannot diminish the power of steel. So this should actually have increased the duration of my items, yeah. So now they're at full duration. But yeah, so the things I enjoy about the first one here. First Diablo is the setting, the atmosphere. I think it has a better, somewhat better quest system. In this game, there are sort of certain quests that you're sure to get every time you play. But there's also quite a bit of handful that are secondary quests that will appear at random. And the first example of this is here in the early levels. You'll either meet up. You'll either encounter Diablo, or you'll encounter Leoric, King Leoric, the Lich King. Oh no, is he Skeleton King? I believe. Okay. So that's very nice, and that I was quite sad when they removed it in the second one, because it was a very cool feature. Okay, so gotta watch my charges here, so I don't run down. Hello there, little hellspawn. There we go. So I'm just picking up every item here in the beginning just to get some gold. Go back and sell it. Come on. There we go. Another very big shortcoming of the fighting system or class system is in this game is the very limited difference between the classes. As you can see before, as I leveled up, the only thing I had to choose from were my my attributes. I can increase them by 5 every time I level up, and that's practically it. There are really no skills in this game. Instead, the three classes, they start out with the different attributes, which kind of makes sense, right? And then they have a unique, I don't know if I would call it skill, but a unique modifier to the attacks. Oh, sorry. There we go. So the wizard that I'm playing right now, he has a modifier to his casting speed, where he'll cast faster, and the rogue will fire arrows faster, and the warrior will attack faster in melee. So that's the only difference between the classes in the first Diablo. And then it's quite obvious that that also affects how you're gonna play them, right? But there is no skill tree or anything like that. That was a new invention for Diablo 2.
I have no
I don't know if the base game is if you just get fewer identification scrolls, but I got quite a few in oh shit in Hellfire. There we go. So I have 15 charges left. Let's use this spell now that I have full mana again. And let's see. So where was it? There was a bow some. There we go.
I cannot carry any more.
It was a staff. There we go. So let's get back up top. Identify our items and see if we can sell them for some money. So the game loads really fast right now, compared to when last I played it.
Hello, my friend.
Wait a minute. Okay. There we go.
Ogden has owned and run the Rising Sun Inn and Tavern for almost 4 years now. He purchased it just a few short months before everything here went to hell. He and his wife Garda.
Garda. That's a weird name. That's a weird name.
All they had in making a life for themselves here. He is a good man with a deep sense of responsibility.
A deep sense of responsibility. Let's identify an item. What do we use? So in the beginning here, it cost me 100 gold to identify each item. I'm pretty sure that I'll do a quest for him, which will make it free. Or actually, I might be confusing it with Diablo 2. I can't remember. But there's quite a bit of a dilemma here, because if I pay 100 gold to get it identified, I'm not really sure that I can sell it for more than that afterwards. Let's just try and do it with the staff here. +1 to magic. That's not really very good, but
I cannot cast that here.
I cannot cast it here. But let's see how much we'll get for our staff.
Oh, what can I do for you?
Wait a minute, do I have 2 staffs? One is identified, one isn't.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Can I actually sell the staff here? Oh, damn it, I can't. Okay, so I have to go out into the forest to sell them. Now these in red. I have to check to be sure, actually. Okay, so there's one cap that is identified and there's one that isn't. Let's have a look. So this one hasn't been identified yet, so I'll get 3 gold for selling it.
I cannot cast that here.
So let's go out to the old lady in the woods and see whether our gamble with identification has paid off. I'm trying to be a merchant here in the Diablo universe. Talk to Adrian.
Corruption has the strength of deceit, but innocence holds the power of purity. The young woman Jillian has a pure heart, placing the needs of her matriarch over her own. She fears me, but it is only because she does not understand me.
Okay. So yeah, so I paid 100 gold to have it identified, but I only get 65 for selling it, so it's quite a bit of a shame. So let's just sell this one as well. And buy some mana potions. There we go. Does she actually have a scroll of town portal, she doesn't. Find stuff of healing. $13 to magic. That's quite a bit of a
I sense a soul in search of
plus.
answers.
I don't really have enough gold for that. So let's go back. Oh shit! Just testing it out, you know, in 10 minutes time in Hellfire really made me used to running around in the town. This just takes forever.
Well, what can I do for you?
Hello, mate. Let's sell my stuff, please. The cap for free. That's really not much gold at all. You see? So this one gives me 3 ammo. This one gives me 2. Let's just sell it.
Well, what can I do for you?
Doesn't make much of a difference in the beginning. Let's try and talk to
Greetings,
this
good
guy.
master. Welcome to the Farnham spends far too much time here drowning his sorrows in cheap ale. I would make him leave, but he did suffer so during his time in the labyrinth.
The labyrinth. We're going back in. We need to save this poor town, you know? So I haven't really played that much of the expansion Hellfire, so I'm not really familiar with it to such a degree that I know whether it's best to play that or the normal one. Because I'm pretty sure it introduces quite a bit of additional bugs, but I have installed an update, actually 2 updates for it, that I'm sure I didn't have back in the day. So I'm just trying to see if I have any oh. Okay. That'll help me, oh, I didn't recharge the staff. That'll help me spot things around me on the ground, I guess. Get away from me, evil! So there we go. Level 3 already. Yeah, so these small guys, they're pretty annoying because they attack so fast. So yeah, putting more attributes into my magic attribute will increase my mana amount. And it'll also help me out because whenever I have to learn a new spell, it's associated with a magic attribute requirement. There we go. So that's how it works for the mage. Yeah, and then you can't really attack these from afar, right? Because it's a bit of a gamble, because they might explode like that. They might be booby-trapped. There we go. And then the logical thing to do would just be shoot it from afar. Not run up and smack it so it might explode right up into your face. And sometimes they also cram skeletons in there. Oops. So I'm playing windowed, so sometimes I just click outside the window. Okay, so there, we can go further. Let's try and go up here. See if it loops back around so I come over here. Oh no, wait. This actually seems to be a dead end, right? Yeah, it is. Oh shit.
Not enough mana.
So let's just go up here and check the last corner. There we go. So that we can turn back and know we've checked everything. There we go. 2 clubs. You'll find us with 2 clubs. Running through the pub. So I really have no idea when it's best to stop increasing your magic attribute and when it's time to give yourself some vitality, because you're gonna end up with very low health.
Carry anymore.
So this one is 6. Let's just take this one. There we go. Hey guys. Oh my god. Please, I'm innocent. Fuck you.
Mana.
And they'll soon forget what happened in the return. For more ass beating. Unlucky for them, it'll be their ass that's getting a beating. Nothing needs to be identified at this moment. It's also a bit weird because in the expansion you get the ability to pick a difficulty setting, and I know it's also in the main game, but it might be relegated to when you've completed the game. Which actually makes quite a lot of sense, because I tried it on the second ability and I played the warrior, and the first enemy totally destroyed me. I just ran up to him and hit him as much as I could. Even used all the potions I started out with. But I couldn't hit the guy and he would just tear me apart. So it doesn't really seem like a viable difficulty for first-time players. But if you have the ability to take another character that you've been playing with into the game, into the new game, then it makes a bit more sense. What the hell happened? Don't drink from the water in the corrupted crypts.
I cannot
I
carry
guess.
anymore.
Oh, charged bolts.
I cannot carry anymore.
A cape, though. Sound potentially interesting. 5, 6. Yeah, okay, let's just keep that one on.
I have no room.
So can we dual wield some of our things? No, not really. Okay, let's head back. Let's head back. And that is the epitome of the original Diablo, that you're gonna have to walk back a lot. Well, unless you're playing some kind of speedrun, I guess. Then you'll just rush through, but if you're playing normally and you pick up stuff, and go back to town to sell your stuff, you just have to go back a lot, and you don't really walk that fast. So when you hit certain levels, through the dungeon, you'll get a new shortcut to town. It'll just be in another entrance, like we just took up the entrance or exit and got out here.
Well, what can I do for you?
You can buy a lot of my weird stuff. There we go. Actually, you can just buy all of it. I won't need it anymore.
Well, what can I do for you?
How many charges do we have left? 15 out of 40.
Hello, my friend. Griswold, a man of great action and great courage. I bet he never told you about the time he went into the labyrinth to save Wirt, did he? He knows his fair share of the dangers to be found there. But then again, so do you. He is a skilled craftsman, and if he claims to be able to help you in any way, you can count on his honesty and his skill. I cannot cast that here.
How much money do I have? 470. So I'm gonna just throw this out there because I'm pretty sure this is correct, but I believe that Hellfire is whoop, there we go. It's actually balanced quite a bit differently than this one. And what I mean by this is that it just seemed like the drop rate of certain items were a bit different. I got a lot of more scrolls in Hellfire, and I seem to have gotten a lot of more gold early on. And of course I started out with an item that helped me out with my mana. But it's kind of weird because my mana doesn't recharge at all, or health either. I mean, health, that's pretty normal for Diablo, right? So that health doesn't recharge, but mana, that's a bit weird. And I can't really remember how to function in this. I actually believe I just have to talk to people to get quests.
Greetings, good master.
And then
Welcome to the tavern
at certain
many
points they
adventurers
just have
have
a quest. I don't believe they get an exclamation mark above them.
The only thing that I ever heard any of them agree on was this old axiom. Perhaps it will help you. You can cut the flesh, but you must crush the bone.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure that actually refers to the fact that you have to kill the creatures for them to stay dead, because if you just wound them, they'll heal once you exit the crypt.
Griswold knows as much about the art of war as I do about the art of healing. He is a shrewd merchant, but his work is second to none. Oh, I suppose that may be because he's the only blacksmith left here.
Oh my god, he killed the competition, man. Literally. Let's just leave. There we go. Gotta make sure.
Good day. How Ogden and his wife have taken me and my grandmother into their home, and have even let me earn a few gold pieces by working at the inn. I owe so much to them, and hope one day to leave this place and help them start a grand hotel in the east.
Ooh, maybe they'll do that. I can remember that Wirt and Griswold and Cain returns in later entries, but I'm not really sure about the other characters, to be honest.
kind of fellow drinking geese? I want to tell you something. 'Cause I know all about this stuff. It's my specialty. This here is the best. The best. That other ale ain't no good since those stupid dogs.
Wait, what? What stupid dogs? What happened? Tell me. Oh, hi, doggy. Just some random reference I'm throwing out there. Let's go. Let's go. We go in peace. Down to dungeon. It's not really the dungeon, it's just dungeon. Down to dungeon. It's because this dungeon isn't special at all, it's just some other random dungeon. Like any other dungeon. So, we left some equipment down here that we might pick up now. It should be just past these pillars up here. Yeah, there's a scroll of healing. Wait, what? I missed that one last time. And then we'll go down here and pick up the stuff we left behind, and then we'll just move on our merry way down the door. Pretty sure there was 2 items down here. There we go. There we go. There we go. So what was that? Of charged bolts. That's the same we have right now. Oh, it just has double the charges. Quite nice. So with so many bolts down here right now, in these 2 staffs combined, I actually believe that we might try and stay down here for a while longer. Not really pick up every item and take it back for selling at the store. It's pretty easy to miss these enemies once they move around. Charge bolt? Holy shit. We have a lot of bolts right now. Charge bolts. We're hiding in the corner, you bad boy. There we go. So let's get it going. Okay, so we cleared out the floor. Let's head further down the crypt. Continue on destroying the evil. I actually believe that we're going to meet Leoric, the Skeleton King, because if you get Butcher, I believe there's a guy hanging out around the cathedral. He's mortally wounded, laying on the ground, and telling you to avenge some soldiers who fought the Butcher or tried to and lost.
Not enough mana.
Okay, then let's take this one instead. There we go. But since I haven't done that, I'm pretty sure I'll get the other quests this time. Butcher's pretty hard early on, because at first when you meet him, he's pretty hard to beat. You can use a small trick if you're a rogue or a spellcaster. He doesn't have the ability to open doors, so if you can find a door where there are walls with iron bars, then you can close the door and shoot him through there. It'll just take forever, but that's the only chance an archer has. Like this. But even as a warrior, you can't really beat him the first time you meet him. And you meet him on floor 2, which is where we are now. So you actually have to clear out the floor, and then wait to fight him. Keep his little small room closed. And then you have to enter level 3. And just level up for a while and then go back up. Beat his ass. And these bookcases over here, that's pure gold for our wizard. Because in there you get new spells. Fireball. So that'll get our fireball spell up to level 3. Right now it's level 2. You can see here right now it costs 6 mana. 8 to 17 damage. So let's look once it gets... So it's 6 mana, right? 8 to 17. 5 mana. 9 to 18. So just does a smidget more damage, but it also lowers the mana cost, which is actually quite nice. Let's head back out. Some magic resistance, no immunities. Oh, he also had a spell. Charged bolts as a spell. Well, we'll just use the charges from the staffs, but it's nice to have more spells, I guess. So this one is just level 1, right? Let's have a look here. Where the hell is it? Charged bolts. So if I remove this one... Oh, there we go, okay. Now I'm wondering whether these charged bolts, because it doesn't list how much damage they do. The only damage here, 2 to 4, is the damage if I attack with the staff in melee range. Then get a goddamn spell ready, mate.
Where would I put this?
Where would I put
Where would I put this?
I don't know, man. Think of something, please. For the children.
I do not have a spell ready.
Okay, so I used up the last spell. Sure, so let's just exchange this one. There we go. Isn't the potion? I guess not. It just looks like a mana potion right there. Let's zoom in. Let's see. Oh, it's just some helmet? I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes. With a game this old. Oh, hello, my skeleton archers. Oh, town portal. Now we're talking. Okay, so there's a saber there actually. Let's just pick it up because there's still room for that one. And there was something out here that I wasn't able to bring with me, if I'm not mistaken. No, not really. Okay. Let us go. We go unseen, you know. So, because the town portals are so rare, I might actually just walk back instead of using it. But I would very much like to find some of the items that I weren't able to bring along with me. There's something up here. Buckler. Let's just leave these two. A scroll of healing. Okay, so that's the second buckler. Unidentified buckler. Come on, man. There we go. So there we go. So we have already found the entrance to level 3, right? Should we just quickly go down there just to spawn some things? Maybe. So this is one of the big differences between the old Diablo and the later ones. And that is that you actually have to save your game along the way, like a traditional game. And there are no quick saves, there are no retries. That was something they introduced in Diablo 2, and most people would play it in multiplayer even though they were playing alone, just to make it easier on you once you died. So now I only have the option of loading a game. If I had a save game, I don't. Or start a new game. So I can start this guy that I created but haven't saved since he leveled up, so he's just level 1. So that was a very short, I wouldn't even call this a playthrough now that I just played it some and died, but that was a short amount of Diablo. I might return to it in the future, who knows, but hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice day. Bye.